Move left, move right, up, down. Woohoo! Hello everyone, welcome back to Making Games with Unity. So, last week someone asked me on how to create a UI controls because he's making a car game and he's also new to Unity. So what happened is his code is using an input that get axis, which is the code that I'm going to open now. His code is very similar to this. He's using input that get axis to move his car, but he's just new to Unity, so he don't know on how to create a UA button for that. So I decided to create a small tool. Actually, it's not a tool; it's just a small code that he can use to not replace, to integrate with this car controller. So yeah, the problem is he don't know on how to use this on the UI for the buttons because he want to create a game for mobile also. So that his problem right now. So if we try to play this one, it's using the input get axis to move left and right and to move forward and backward. So yeah, we're going to create a code to make a UI to control this cursor movement. Alright, let's get started. So first thing that we need to do is to create a UI because we're going to use this on the mobile. So the first thing we need to do is right click on the hierarchy view, go to the UI, choose the panel. We're choosing panel because it will also create the canvas at the same time. So go to your canvas, go to the canvas scaler, and make sure that you choose the scale with screen size so that your UI will scale together with the screen size. You should always do that at the beginning. So right now we're not going to touch anything because we don't need any specific screen size for now. So yeah, we have a file right now. So we're going to create a button UI. So yeah, up when you just add a new UI that is using TextMesh Pro, you always need to do this first. But this is going to happen once only for your entire project history. So after that, you can just close it. So right now we have a button here and we're going to put the button on the screen right now. So in our case, I'm going to switch on our platform to Android so that we can really see the actual screen size while editing it. So we just need to wait for it to switch platform. And now it's already switched platform. Oh, not yet, still importing. Yeah, we just need to wait while it's doing his thing. Alright, it seems that it's fine. You can quickly close this one and then we can choose a landscape. Alright, maybe a bigger landscape, something like that. Alright, this one is okay. So we need to move this button. So using our scene view, we can move that. I'm just using the mouse scroll wheel to zoom in and out, and now I'm going to drag it. I'm using the move tool now, so I'm going to move it to the left, and then I'm going to double click this one again, choose the rect tool here, and I'm going to adjust the size of the button. So this button will be our move to left. So I think that's, yeah, that size is good enough. I'm going to rename this to move left button, and then I'm going to create another button. I just control D to duplicate that, and I'm just going to slide it or move it or drag it, whatever. Change the name to move, of course, right, and then change the name inside also for the first button, just left, and then for the second button to right, and then I'm going to select the move right button and control D again. I'm going to move this view first so that you see what's going on. I'm going to click the move right button, control D, and then click W on the keyboard. You see that I can drag it. I will drag it somewhere here, and this button will be our gas button, and then I'm going to control D again and move it to the right. So this is our brake. I'm just going to adjust the alright. We need to change the name of this button to gas button, and then change the text into gas, and then change the last button to brake button, and then change the text into brake. Alright, so yeah, we got a left button, right button, gas, and brake button. So right now, if we click those buttons, nothing will happen. So first thing first, we need to create a button UI controller. So we need to go to the project view here, choose our project, choose script, and right click, then choose C# script, button UI controller. Okay, so right now we're going to create a button controller here. So we can double click this one to see the code. Alright, this is our button UI controller. So right now we need to know how the input get axis horizontal and input get axis vertical works. Let's see what is the actual value that is being thrown when we actually do that. Let's try the input get axis horizontal first. So in our button UI controller, we can create a debug log and then put the value of that input get axis. So using the $sign and an open and curly bracket, we can check that also. Usually you can just use the quotation, for this one and this one, but I'm using the $sign, so it will be more optimized. So right now I just put the input get axis here. So I'm going to type something here, horizontal, like that, horizontal. Okay, we got some red going on here. What happened? What happened? I just put a code and then some code here. Let's see what's going on, because we got a code inside, so that's what happened. Alright, the horizontal is still red. Why is that? Okay, I'm just going to remove this one first so that we see what's going on. I see what happened right now, because I'm putting the the horizontal inside this opening curly bracket, it should be outside here, horizontal. And then the value of the input get access horizontal will be shown during the update. And then we're going to save this one by Control S, and then going back to Unity. Then in here we can, maybe I'll choose the left button. So I'm just going to drag our button UI controller just to test it, maybe on the left button. Alright, so our left button now have it. Actually, we can put it anywhere, so I just put it here. So when I play it, so right now you see here it's being called again and again because it's inside the update. So I can clear this, but it will just continue to go on. So because it's horizontal, let's try to click A or left, see what happened. So it didn't do anything right now. That's strange. Let's check the code. Input get axis horizontal. It should work, right? Because it's the same thing here, and it's being called on the update. Alright, let's clear, then try again. That's weird. Maybe I didn't click on the game scene, so I'll just click here, then I'll click the left now. Alright, so see what happened. I'll pause, I'll stop and play again. Click inside, and then see the value is, if you check the value, when I move to the left, the value is 0 to -1. See, if we stop this and check the value, the behavior is it start with 0, and then it will go through -1. See here, and then if we try to go right, the behavior is, let's see, click again. So from 0, when I click right, or see, when we stop, the value start from 0 to 1. See, the left is 0 to -1, and the right is 0 to 1. So we need to simulate that behavior. Alright, right, now that we know what is horizontal, we're going to try the vertical. So inside here, we're just going to type vertical, and then I'm just going to copy it here. And now we're going to observe what is the vertical doing. So the horizontal is for left or right, so vertical is up and down, or forward or backward. So I'm going to play it now. I'll wait for it. It's being saved, sorry. Okay, click play, and now I'm going to move up. So if we stop again, see the value, it starts from 0 to 1. See here, 0 to 1. See here. Alright, so it's very similar to the right button. And now we're going to try the down button. So click inside, I'm going to press down. So what happened is start with 0 and then end with -1. So same behavior as the left for the horizontal movement. Oops, why did I click that play? Alright, so now that we know the behavior of those direction, the input get axis horizontal and vertical, we can now simulate on doing them. So actually I already create a sample, but I'm just going to recreate everything now. So I have a sample here on my computer, and I'm going to put them slowly and explain them, each part of them. So let's start it. Let's get started. So yeah, so right now we got a button UI controller here, right? So what we need to do is we need to simulate the behavior that we just see, right? So right now, because right now we just have a button here, right? And then this button have the event of click event only, but during the movement we need to hold them, right? We need to press them so that our cursor will move left or right or up and down. So we need to create a very similar event using our code. So let's go back to our code right now, or I'm going to show you what is really going on. So right now I'm going to click the move left button. I'm going to remove it, the button UI controller. So I'm just going to put it on this panel so that this 4 button will just access one script. So right now if we go to button UI controller and create a example method here, like click click left, something like that, and we put a debug lag. So what happened is, if our button call this during click, it will call this only once, but we need a behavior that will be called multiple times during while we are pressing the button. So right now let's see what happened. This is a normal button press event. So move left button, I'm going to open the button component here, click the plus. I'm going to drag the panel because the panel holds the code. So I'm going to choose button UI controller and click left. So right now I'm going to click and hold the left button. So when I do that, nothing is happening because this event is click. So when I release my left click, that's the time that this one is being called. So right now, yeah, you also notice that the update is keep on lagging our values, so we need to turn that off first. So we need to comment this code for now. So right now, yeah, we need something that we need some event that we can hold and press the button. To do that, we need to inherit some functionalities from iPointer down handler and iPointer up handler. So this is just a common interface in Unity, so you can use this to make a button that you can press and hold. So let's add it. So on our button UI controller, we will just add this two interface. So immediately after we add that two interface, we get some error here because our code don't know them. So you can easily point to that red thing here and then just press Alt Enter, and then immediately it will import that use library here. So I can just Control Z so that you'll see. So right now I'm going to click on the red thing, Alt Enter for the shortcut of this rider that I'm using right now. I'm not sure if this is going to work on Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio, but yeah, you can Alt Enter here, or you can just click to the bulb here and then import missing reference. Then it will just add the Unity engine, that event system. This two interface is inside that event system. So right now we still have some red because we have an interface here. Usually you need to implement the interface inside your code. To do that, you can also click the bulb and then implement the missing members. So it means it will create a method for that to interface. You can do it manually, but this is the best way. You just need to click OK, and then quickly you have a method for on pointer down and on pointer up. So we can remove this throw error here. This is just a method to call an error when this method is being called. So right now we have these two methods. So what we can do right now is first let's try it. So I'm going to copy this debug log here. I'm going to put some debug log here for hold down. I'll just say press. Let's put something here. Button press. Then on the pointer up, button release. So when we hold the button, it will call the button press. If we release the button, it will call the button release. So let's save it, go back to Unity. By the way, the UI is changed because during the recording of this tutorial, the Unity just crashed and I forget to save, so I need to repeat all the steps. So the image or the button here, the UI button, must be somewhat different from the one that you see before. So back to our topic, we're going to try that press and release. So what we can do is click one of the button. I'm going to choose the left. I'm going to drop the button UI controller, and then now it's already there. So meaning we can try it. Click play. Now I'm going to hold on the left. See the console here. See, it's button press. So I'm still holding right now. So when I release it, release. So our script is working. So now we just need to put some listener to it or some boolean so that we can change the value inside. So let's do that. Let's stop display again. Alright, the first thing that we need to do is make a enum file or enum class. So I'm going to create it. Right click on the project view, choose create, choose C# script, and then I'm going to name it direction type. So we're going to create an enum. What's an enum? It's a code or class that we can make a selection inside of it. It's the value that we can choose for some collection of things. So we already created it. Alright, so right now when we are using a enum, we don't need those things, and we need to change this class to enum. I always use enum when I'm dealing with the with a collection of the same object, or not same object, of a related object. So right now we're going to put some value on this one. So this is our direction type, right? So I'm going to create left, right, up, and down. So that's our direction type. So now let's go back to Unity, and we need to create a new script. Alright, but before we create that new script, we need to modify first the button UI controller. Like I told you before, I already created this script. I'm just doing it again. Alright, let's modify the button UI controller. Double click. So yes, I'm going to recreate the same code that I just created before. So right now I am just going to copy it so that this tutorial will become more faster. So I already created some fields and then some action. Alright, so let's explain these fields first. So this action is a custom event that is a custom event that we're going to use. See this button you press? That's the actual event that we just created. This pressing button is the boolean that we're going to use to check if the button is being pressed or held down or released. Direction type is the enum that we just created. The current value is the value that we're going to change when the player is holding the button and when they're releasing it. The step is the value that we're going to use to increment or decrement the current value. So that's the field. So right now, when you use action, you need the, I think it's inside the system event also, or the engine. So that's why when we put this, yeah, I didn't ask for anything. So that's the fields, and then so we're going to use this pressing button. This is our boolean, so we're going to remove this and change this to this one, and we're going to pass a true value because this button is currently pressed or held. So in here on Python app, we're going to delete that one and we're going to pass pause here. So now we have a checker if the player is holding or not the button. And then second is we're going to create a two method for increasing and decreasing the current value. So yeah, like I say, I already created it. I'm just going to copy this two method. Alright, so I'm going to put it here. So this decrease button is just subtracting some step value from the current value. So it goes from 0 to -1. You can see it here. So it will just deduct until it reaches the -1, and then we get some if here so that we can control the value of current value to max of -1. For the increase, this is the reverse. This one is adding instead of subtracting step value. So in here, we're going to use the step value instead. Alright, so it's adding something, and then when the current value reach the one float, and then it will just lock it to one float. So we got a decrease and increase now. So what's next is an update. On the update, we're going to check if our button is being pressed or not. So I'm just going to get the code that I already have. Alright, so this is the code that I already created. So yeah, this one check if the button is being pressed or not. So if the button is being pressed, it will go to the switch case that we have here. It will check the type. Is it direction left or down? And then if that is true, it will call the decrease function or method here. And then if the direction type is right or up, it will call the decrease that we have here. This method will be called. And then after we change the value inside the decrease or increase, which is the current value, it will call the custom method, the custom event that we just created, which is the button UI press, which is this one. It first check if someone is listening by typing this, and then it will invoke or call this method so that anyone that is listening to this one will be will hear or will have the event. So after we created this UI button, and yeah, there's something wrong. You know why? You know what? we put this condition inside the start, which is wrong. So I'm going to just cut this whole method again. Yeah, that's what you get when you do some copy paste. So this code must be inside the update because it needs to check every time. So right now we have that one, so we need to use that. So to do that, we're going to go back to our Unity project again, and we need to modify our move controller. So we have a move using key here, right? So what we can do is just open it, and now we're going to create a new variable here, or fields. So I'm going to type first region fields. This one is to make our code just a bit organized. So because we have a for button, we're going to create a for public fields here, or our button UI. Button UI controller, move left button, and then move right, and then move up, and then move down. Alright, so we got a 4 button UI control fields here, and then we're gonna need some new methods. Actually, this is a method that we removed before, so I'm going to create a new regions here for methods. Yeah, just to make this code looks organized. So we got the methods here. I'm going to move this one inside here, and then I'm going to create a new method called the start. So private void start, and then inside this start I'm going to listen to the custom event that we just created. So to do that, I'm going to copy this move left button, then plus, then I'm going to create a new handler, move left button handler. So what happened is, if our custom event inside here, which is button UI press, when player is pressing or releasing this one, this method will be triggered. So right now this button does not exist yet, so we need to create it. So yeah, we can use this create move button yeah, we can use it to create that. So right now we have that method right now. So yeah, I'm just going to cut this one because I want to put it to a new region, which is events, and then yeah, put events here. So I'm going to put it here. So right now we need a for listener for those 4 buttons. So we can easily just copy this one and then copy the name so that we can do it faster. Oops, wrong. Copy this one. So we have a 4 button here right now, and then we need to create 3 more handlers. So yeah, we need to just modify this to right button, like move up, move down, and then that's it. So I'm just going to change this to direction type so that will be more easier to read. And then for this one is the current value of current value. So I'm just going to change the rest. Alright, so I'm going to copy this one to the move right, move up to move up, and then move down. Oops, wrong spelling. Oops, wrong spelling. So move down to move down. So we have 4 listeners now. So what else are we missing? So right now it's almost there. So now we can comment out this one. So instead of using that, we're going to use it here. So right now this one is the move left. So to modify this, let's see, I'm going to just put 0 here because this one is not involved. So in here we got some access here, right? I can just remove this and swap it with the current value. So this one is the move left, and then this one is for the move right. It seems similar, but it's because this current value is different from this one. Remember what we do on the lags. The moving left is from 0 to -1, and the right is 0 to plus, to 0 to 1 positive. So we're doing it like this. So we're going to try it first. Let's save it first, and then minimize, go back to our Unity project. So right now we have a new code, right? And then we put that code inside our player. See, this is our new code because we modified the move using our keys. Now it's looking for those button listener that we just created, which is when we go to the code, it's the button UI controller. So move left have a button UI controller which is default to left, which is okay, and then move right, the gas, which is the move forward, and brake, which is the move down, don't have that script. We can easily do that by just clicking on the move left, and then here in the component in inspector we can just click this, copy component, click the move right, we can right click here and paste component as new, and then we just need to change the enum to right, and that's it. Actually, we can also do something like this, I think. So just hold control and select the 2 button. Let's try to right click here, paste as new component here. So let's see if that thing works. So this one got the button UI controller, this one also have the button UI controller, so it works. So on that way we can add the component to one or more object. So now we're just going to change the enum here to up because this is the gas, and for the brake to down because this is the brake, which means to move backward. So right now, after we put that inside our move using keys, we can finally save it. Save, and then let's try it. Click play or hit play. So now we just put the left or right. Oh, okay. So we got some error, null exception, and move using our keys, line 22, which is line 22, move left. Why we have a problem here? I think it's correct, but let's see. Oh, alright. Yeah, we forgot something. What happened is we did add the button UI controller on this 4 button, right? But we didn't put it in here, so we need to drag the mouse, the move left button here, the move right button here, the gas for the up, the brake for the down. So yeah, we have those 4 buttons now. So save, then hit the play button, and let's try it again. So now I'm going to use the left and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So nothing is, it didn't work. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. We're going to go to the button UI, and then yeah, we see that it's changing here, and then the type, yeah, it's been using. So to see if something is happening, we can put some debug log here, and then we can just put the direction type here. Actually, we can use the dollar so it will be more, or optimized. So here, to string, check the direction, and then you can check the current value here, value, close and open curly bracket. We're going to pass the current value here, same with the move right button, so that we actually know that this method is being called or not. So go back to Unity, let's wait for it to be saved. So now it's saved. Let's save again to be sure, then hit play. And now we're going to click left, right, left, right. So it's not working. Why it's not working? You know why it's not working? Because we code the script to listen when we hold and press and release the button. So silly me. So let's try to play it again, and then we're going to use left and right now. So left, right. So as you can see on the screen, yeah, it's doing the thing that we wanted. It's emulating the input get axis for the horizontal. You can play with the speed, but I think speed 3 is enough. See? Alright, so when we go back to the button UI controller, we have some step here. This is the increment or the decrement that we use. And then inside the move using arrow keys, we get that value, and then we just multiply it with this speed. If we don't multiply it with this speed, it will be so slow or so fast. So we need to play with this value. So right now in the inspector you see 3, but we just put 5 in here at the beginning. So actually we can remove this 5 here because it will make some confusion. So when we go back to Unity inspector, let's check it. So it's still 3, it doesn't matter. So we can change it to 10. Let's see what happened. So this one will become, of course it will be faster. Oh, but yeah, let's put it back to 3, and now we see that it's working. Let's save it first and see. We see the value here, it's actually working. And now we're going to go back to the move using arrow keys, and then we're going to finish this. So on the move up, we're going to use the same thing, but now because this is the input get axis vertical, which is this code here, so we're going to modify this translate to something else. The easy approach is just copy this one here, cut it, just put 0 here because we're just going to modify the Z axis. So after we put that like that, you can just copy this whole thing again and just throw it here. So right now it will also listen to move up and down from our button, which is our gas and brake. So let's do this. Let's wait for it. Okay, it's already saved. Hit play. And now we're going to try to move forward and backward using the gas. Move forward. As you can see, it's moving forward, and let's move backward. And then yeah, it's working. So we can click the player here, click the Y here on the scene hierarchy or scene view, sorry, and then let's see now. So I'm going to hit play again, and then let's see the player on top view: left, right, move forward, move backward, and yeah, and it's working. So that's it, guys. It's working. So okay, to recap, what happened is if we go back to the move using controller, before we just have this one, but the problem with this code is like this one is listening to the keyboard on your PC. So if you wanted to have a UI button controller for mobile version of your game, you need to modify it. So we created a button UI controller that we add to our button, which is this one. See here, we add the button UI controller. Everything is the same. The only difference is the type: left, right, up, down. And then inside this button UI controller, it will just check the direction type, which is our enum, and then it will, if the direction is left or down, it will decrease it, which is this one. It's just subtracting a step value, which is 0.01 f or float on the current value, and until -1. And then for the increase, which is the right and up, it will just increase it to until +1f. And then what else we do here? I think we need to do more things. Let me check my my last code. Oh yeah, we forget something. It's good thing that I check. Usually when I release that button, I always reset the value to 0, so that the value will always start with 0. So it's like 0 to -1, 0 to +1. So now I think our code is complete. We just need to delete this click left because we don't need that. And then we can Control Alt O to remove the not use libraries. So right now our code is clean. We don't need a start here. We just need an update, and these two methods for button down for holding, and on pointer up for releasing. So go back to our move using keys. We added a for public variable, which is our for buttons, and then we listen to the button you have pressed, which is this one. So this one created a custom event, which is this one. You can see it here, event action. This is a custom event, and then it will dispatch here. And then on our moving using arrow keys, it will listen to that using these for handlers. And then for move left, it will call this. Actually, we can remove this flag anymore because we don't need it. We just added just to check if that handler is being called or not. So it's being called. And then what else? Actually, when you do some listening like this, you need to also have something like this. You will put some on destroy just to make it really good. So meaning when our app is, or this scene, or whenever this script is being connected, are being destroyed, we need to remove the listener. Just a small cleaning. So it's like, just remember, if you add something, you need to remove it if you don't need it anymore. So that's what we did here. So right now, yeah, it's all clean. We can keep it here. So actually, we can put some directives here, but I'm going to tell that on the next video or on the other video. But for now, yeah, we just create a UI controller for our keyboard. So instead of using keyboard, we're using the UI button now to move our button left, right, up, down. So I did explain most of the code, I think everything. So now that's it. So we can wait for it to get saved again, and then we can try it again for the last time. So yeah, I'll recap here again. Player, on the move using arrow keys, we add those four new buttons and the speed for the movement, and then remember that this power button have those code. And then we can try it now. Play, and then move left, move right, up, down. Woohoo! Yeah, it's still shooting because yeah, we have code for mouse left click. So yep, that's it guys. You can now move forward and down when you are using the button UI. And that's it guys. I hope you learned something today. I hope you know now on how to create a button UI controller for your mobile controls, for your character, or for your car controllers. I hope you learn how to create a custom event and dispatch this event and listen to this event from the other script so that you can do something with it. So that's it guys. I hope this video is very clear and very helpful to you. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll always get updated when we upload a new video. And again, yeah, see you on the next video and have a nice day and thank you for watching. Goodbye guys.